Now, how epic was that? I know Spurs games haven't been great recently, but come on, this is the North London derby we're talking about. It's still going to be a big occasion. You're still going to have Spurs and Arsenal fans going back and forth. And on that point, I'm going to be joined by another Offsider. Offsiders is a YouTube channel set up with 5 other football YouTubers, and it is Babs14 on YouTube, link in the description. He is an Arsenal fan, and today in this video we are going back and forth about Harry Kane and Aubameyang, who's the better striker. So I've taken up enough of your time already with that epic intro. Let's get on into the debate on who's better. Leave a like, subscribe, let's go. Right, so we're here. I've been joined by a fellow Offsider, and that is Babs14. He's a gooner, guys. He's a gooner. If you guys don't know him, he's another member of the Offsiders. We are going to be debating who is better, Kane or Aubameyang. We've already had the big Arteta versus Mourinho debate over on his channel, so if you want to go check that out, the link will be in the description there as well. This is obviously the build up to the big North London derby happening on a Sunday, the 12th of July. But yeah, we're going to go back and forth now, saying who's better, Harry Kane or Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. So you know what? You did me the favor of letting me start when we were talking about Mourinho Arteta. So I'm going to return the favor and do the same for you. Go ahead and tell me why you think Aubameyang is better than Sir Harold Kane.
I appreciate that, George. I appreciate that. Being a bit humble. But you're not going to need that, because we know already Aubameyang is the clear player here. We're talking about a guy who has the pedigree. This guy has been to the Bundesliga. Yeah, he's ripped it with Dortmund. He started off as a winger, came as a striker, replaced Lewandowski, outscored Lewandowski at Bayern. Yeah, how many players have done that in the Bundesliga? Except for Aubameyang. I can't name a single person. Yeah, so respect on his name there. He comes to the Premier League, age 26, 27, fans are doubting. Is he good enough? Attitude issues. Dortmund, it's the Bundesliga, so-and-so. Comes to the Premier League. In his first full season, the guy wins the Golden Boot. Joint, fair enough, but still wins the Golden Boot in his first full season. His second full season, which is now, right? He'll probably win it again this year. The guy's with 20 goals, 2 behind Vardy as things currently stand. So this is a guy who's outscored Lewandowski in the Bundesliga. Lewandowski, you know about Bayern, don't you? You know they came to the Tottenham ground.
Well,
you know all about Lewandowski and that.
I think you know the same though. Don't even we both got our arse handed to us by Bayern, so we're both.
Yeah, but that was ages ago, innit? That was Wenger's days. He'll move that behind.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot. You haven't been in the Champions League for a while, so sorry, I forgot about that.
Oh, cheers for that. But nah, so you got that. He's done that in the Bundesliga, but then he's come to the Premier League, outscored Aguero, Harry Kane, move aside, my bro. And he's up there with Salah and Mane, and he's outscored so many other strikers. So you just have to look at yourself. This guy's a machine when it comes to scoring goals and staying fit, with something Harry Kane can't do. This guy, Aubameyang at Arsenal, right? The guy, I think he's missed more games through suspension than injury. The guy's a machine, bro. The guy's LeBron James. Yeah? This guy's a machine, bro. Like, he don't miss games. He doesn't get injured. I think it's Aubameyang clear. I just think Kane in 2020 is just so one-dimensional. The guy's like a centre-back up front. He doesn't move. He just stands there, man. Like Harry Kane back in 2014, 15, 16. Even I have to admit, the guy was a top baller. He was dynamic. He'd make runs off the defenders, runs off the players, runs in behind, and he was a nuisance, right? Whereas Harry Kane in 2020 is like a target man. Just a English Olivier Giroud. Comments, right. Go and kill me then if you want. Right,
well, no, okay. This is where we're going to debunk a lot of stuff right now. So you're saying here that Aubameyang is the LeBron James of strikers. Well, in this case, Harry Kane is Michael Jordan. All right.
Oh, no. Michael Jordan was 6 and 6. 6 and 6.
You're talking about outscoring Lewandowski. He outscored Lewandowski at Dortmund. Lewandowski at Bayern is a different breed. And let's not forget that Harry Kane, only a couple of years ago, outscored every single striker in the world to become the top scorer in the whole of the year of 2017, I believe it was. Only 3 years ago. He's outscored Ronaldo, Messi, Prime Cavani, Lewandowski, Suarez. These are Aguero, some of the best strikers in the world. He has scored more than him, which something that Aubameyang has not done. And let's not also forget that the reason I'm saying he's Michael Jordan is because Harry Kane, about a 4 year spell, best striker in the league. Best striker in the world, hands down. Right now, he's had a couple of seasons where he's had 2 major injuries. He's on his break from the balls, and he's going to come back. He's going to come back next year once we've improved our team, and he's going to do it again. Let's not forget that Aubameyang, like you said earlier a second ago, he tied with 2 other players to get his Golden Boot. Harry Kane back to back by himself absolutely bossed it and is on track to potentially beat Shearer's scoring record in the Premier League. Aubameyang now, what's he, 30? Pushing 31, 32? He's getting on a bit, mate. He's getting on a bit, whereas Kane is quite literally only just hitting his prime at 27 years old.
That's a great thing you mentioned. Kane's entering his prime years. How dare you compare him to Michael Jordan? 6 and 6. Trophies on trophies on trophies on trophies. To Harry Kane. The guy's not even got an FA Cup in the bag. Yeah?
Hey, listen. When you got an Audi Cup in the bag, you don't need to talk to the haters. You know what I'm saying? So very quickly on that, when you're saying about the trophies, the problem is with that argument. I've always said this. When you're talking about, if we're talking about teams, fair enough. Spurs haven't won anything, blah blah blah. But we're talking about individuals and how good an individual is. So you have to look about individual aspects of the game and what they've done. You can't say that Harry Kane's not the best because he didn't win a cup with a certain team. If you stick Messi in Burnley, he's not going to win the Champions League, is he? Because but he's still going to be the best player in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like it's about.
Can you not imagine the combination of him and Ashley Barnes?
But this is the thing, mate. It is golden boots twice in the Premier League. He got the World Cup golden boot, something that England hasn't seen since Gary Lineker. All right,
but he didn't square it. He never squared it. That's the issue.
He was offside. He or Sterling, whichever one it was, they were offside anyway. It wouldn't have counted. There's VAR. It wouldn't have mattered. When you're one of the best strikers in the world, and you're quite literally on the 6-yard box, I'm sorry, but you're having a shot there, and regardless, it wouldn't have, even if he did score, it wouldn't have counted because he was offside.
Aubameyang squares that.
That's just an agenda. Aubameyang does not square that. Aubameyang 6 yards out misses the goal against West Ham and Brighton, and he misses from 6 yards out trying to do some overhead kick. My guy put on a Black Panther mask scoring against a Europa League level team. My guy was doing a front flip celebrating draws. My guy, Harry Kane, anytime there's a draw, he's picking that ball up and he's scoring again in the last minute. To see Harry Kane. He terrorizes you in the North London derby. He scored the most out of any striker, beating Henry now. He's scoring most in the North London derby.
Most penalties.
Yeah? My guy, he's a clinical striker. He knows
he's
how
penalty
to
scorer.
win. He knows how to get in the right position.
Right, George, when was the last time Harry Kane scored against Arsenal, but when it wasn't a penalty?
I don't know if it was the last time, but the one I remember beautifully was at White Hart Lane, outside the foot, with the mask on, throws it off, celebrates in the corners when we had the sachet seatbelt thing on our kit. That was beautiful. The header was right in front of me, by the way. Absolutely stunning goal. Leaps up into the air. Bosch to other corner. Yeah, I'm not necessarily confident for the game overall, but I'm confident he's going to score that game.
Yeah, he's going to score a penalty. It's inevitable. You put the bet on it right now. If you're a betting man, bet on Harry Kane getting a penalty. He's going to be up against David Luiz, Mustafi, Kalashnikov. We're 100% giving him a penalty. It's 100%. Harry Kane. Tottenham,
that's the banker of the game. That's like, if you can't bet on anything else, it has to be that.
Exactly. Well, no, the whole thing I'm trying to say though is, you talk about Harry Kane a few years ago, and I will go as far as saying a few years ago, yes, he was the best striker in the world, and I was jealous that Tottenham had him. One of our own at Tottenham. I hated it, right? So yeah, he was doing bits there and there. But in terms of now, I would go as far as saying in the last 3 years, I've just seen a switch on Harry Kane. He's lost that dynamic ability, the little bit of that little yard of pace, speed he had. He had that little bit of acceleration in him. I just don't see him spin defenders anymore. If I'm a defender, if I'm Van Dijk or someone, I'd rather play against Harry Kane because he's just so one-dimensional. In so many games, he just gets pushed out of the game and he doesn't do anything, or he drops too deep. I watched the United game when Tottenham played United, and I was like, this guy's playing like a central midfielder. And that's maybe down to Mourinho, but Harry Kane, ever since the 2018 World Cup, just hasn't looked the same player. Maybe it's injuries, understandable, right? Yeah. But in terms of Aubameyang and Kane, the best way to compare them is not different leagues. They've both been in the same league for the last 2-3 years. And who's outscored who? Aubameyang. And you can talk about Tottenham this and Tottenham that. We might even had a worse team. Aubameyang got the golden boot with Iwobi next to him. Big up Alex Iwobi, right? But with Iwobi, you have Kane's got Son, Ericsson. He had Moussa Dembele back in the day. He had some. Yeah, no, Lamella's a decent player. But look, we had Iwobi and Mkhitaryan. Yeah, so I just think with Aubameyang, the guy scores goals regardless of who he's with, whoever he's playing with. He just scores goals, right? And I just think you have to just put respect on this guy's name. Yes, he was a baller. I just think now, yes, he's still a baller. He's got the experience in the bag. He just isn't the same player he was a few years ago. I'm not scared of Harry Kane anymore, if I'm being honest, right? I used to be scared.
I'm sure you're not.
I used to be scared of Harry Kane against Arsenal because I knew he'd bag on top bins or get headers and just cause us issues. Whereas Harry Kane in 2020, is just a normal goal scorer. You know, I would go as far as saying Danny Ings offers more than Harry Kane does.
Oh, okay. Danny Ings is the one.
Tottenham fans, come at me, bro. I'm ready
not
for
being
it.
funny. I'm not being funny. Look, the Harry Kane not scoring recently is totally down to the team and the way we're playing. And like you said, I just want to draw back on that point. Like you said about the fact that he's coming back into the DM. This is a whole massive issue that I've talked about plenty on Spurs podcasts and stuff, this and the other, about the way we're playing right now. And I'll tell you what, a big miss for Harry Kane right now is not having Dele Alli or an Eriksen type player with him, because those two were providing assist upon assist. And not only that, this is what I'm saying, when you're saying Harry Kane's one-dimensional, I think you forget the fact that my guy assisted Dele Alli in our 2-0 win against you with that little chip over in the Emirates. In the Carabao Cup.
In the Carabao Cup,
right,
bro.
Listen.
Seriously?
I'm not being funny. Regardless of the competition, both teams full strength side. It is a North London derby, regardless of the competition. You can't say your players weren't trying in that game.
They were trying.
They looked distraught. Harry Kane on the halfway line, peaching the ball forward into Dele Alli, who chips your goalkeeper, makes him look like a mug. Saka is providing you with the most amount of assist for Aubameyang. Saka is providing the goods for Aubameyang on the plate. When I'm watching your recent games right now, Saka's doing the work for him, and all he has to do is tap in. Aubameyang's a tap-in merchant.
You know what? You want to praise him more.
You talk about Harry Kane. I promise you right now, Aubameyang is such a tap-in merchant. Harry Kane is more about his game. Harry Kane for England, assisting players, 100%. 100%. You see that? I remember that one time. What was it? Pickford pinged the ball up to Kane. Kane head up, ball through, Sterling goal. Bang, easy. The guy can head the ball. I understand he's not the paciest, he's not the fastest, but this is where his levels. Aubameyang is a pace whore who gets on the end of a Saka cross. That is what Aubameyang is right now. That is 100% what Aubameyang is right now. Change my mind. Yeah, look at your face. Look at your face. You're shocked.
I don't want to speak anymore.
You know I'm right.
You can't defend it. Telling me about tap-ins.
Right.
You're telling me about tap-ins. Harry Kane made his career of tap-ins. You know, up against the best defenders, what does Harry Kane really do? Champions League final last year, up against Virgil van Dijk. The guy was non-existent in the biggest game of your club.
Yeah, but Virgil van Dijk did that.
And if this guy's meant to be Michael Jordan,
the defender of the season,
you're talking about Michael Jordan and
finals.
Michael Jordan and finals, right? What happened there? He disappeared. There ain't no Michael Jordan for you. I'm gonna ask Tottenham.
Go on, ask the fans. Go on.
Right.
Speak to them.
Don't you think Harry Kane was better back in not just English, but back in like 2013 or 2015 or 16? Whereas Harry Kane in 2020 is just a goal scorer. He's meant to get better with age, but I think Harry Kane's got worse with age. I think he was just played so much in his early days. Teams now find out how to play against him. They know how to play against in terms of how to mark him and so and so. And so, yes,
I have to disagree. I don't think he's got worse. I think the team has. I think the team's gotten worse. There's so many other factors. There's so many other factors that are involved here. There's so many other factors. The team's gotten worse. Harry Kane, like you said, is still a goal scorer. At the end of the day, when he's playing half the amount of games against these other strikers, and he's still in the conversation for scoring goals.
In terms of you, I know you'll say Aubameyang, and he's going to leave Arsenal apparently, because according to George Achillea's special sources, right? But I think Aubameyang's staying. And I will go as far as saying, if you lot finish in the Europa League, there's more chance of Aubameyang staying than Harry Kane. This is a guy entering his peak years, his best years. He wants to win trophies. So I don't know where he'll go, but I think there's a feeling in me that I think Harry Kane might just go. It's time to go, bro. It's time to go. Yeah, because let's get real. This guy's had a fantastic goal scoring career, right? But he has no medals to put on the table, bro. He has nothing there. When his son goes, "Big Daddy, where's your trophies?" He's gonna go, "Son, I don't have one." Whereas Aubameyang, at least he's got a few trophies, and also Aubameyang's past his peak years. He has nothing left in terms of, he doesn't have to go to Real. He's not 27, 26 in his prime years, right? This guy's in his 30s now. He's gonna get worse. I understand that, but I just think Harry Kane, I think he'll leave Tottenham.
If you talked about this in the other video, you talked about the fact that you're bringing up these young players, this, that, and the other, and Aubameyang, sure, is a great player to look up to, but he's gonna want something different, because at the end of the day, like you said, and what I said in your video, you're not gonna get trophies either for a while, because you're in a rebuild stage, and at his age, he's not going to want to stick around another 6 years, 5 years to try and win a trophy with Arsenal. He's going to try and get as much as he can and get out there. Maybe he'll go to PSG. Maybe he want to try something different in the league. Whereas Kane, we have at least a year. Full year of Mourinho in a team to try and win something and prove to him together. Then we can start the conversation of whether he's going to leave or not. Then we can start. Aubameyang is far more likely to leave this summer than Kane.
You're not really going to invest in somewhere, are you? Who are you going to buy this summer that's going to get Harry Kane going again? We've got Paulo Dybala coming to the Europa League team. It's not happening.
We'll see.
Yeah?
We'll see.
But 2020, Aubameyang comes through. Golden Boot winner. 2 times in a row incoming. Yeah? Move aside Harry Kane, yeah? Go do something else. We know you're an Arsenal fan, so it's fine, And yeah, we'll see you on Sunday, my bro.
All right, well, I think that's pretty much summed up everything. We've gone back and forth. We went back and forth with Mourinho and Arteta. I want you just to finish this off. How you think, well, not how you think, but very quickly, your prediction for this specific North London derby happening. This one coming up,
bro. Because in a weird way, even though we're winning games, we've got momentum, we've got confidence. That's the worst thing to have, because it's like you're building yourself up to like, we're gonna win. Oh no, we lost. Because it's a North London derby, and form honestly goes out of the window.
Totally, I agree, 100%.
Exactly, and it's like it will go down to who wants more on the day. I think I already know how the game's gonna play out. Mourinho's gonna park the bus. He does it in big games. He just, no matter who you play, he'll park the bus, and he'll want Arsenal to come on to you. And I think it's gonna be interesting to see what Arteta does and how he negates your counter attack. Because that's the one thing I fear of Tottenham. You've got Son, Kane, Bergwijn. I would say on Ndombele, but he ain't gonna play, with all due respect.
Probably won't. No, like he should after what he did in the second game, but he won't.
I just think you've got a lot of players there, but you're playing the wrong way. You shouldn't be counter-attacking side. You should be like you were a few years ago, keeping teams compact, getting into teams. Whereas right now, you're a team who, like you did against United, let's just sit back, hit on the counter-attack, and take our chances. Which is, it can work, no disrespect to that, but you're Tottenham, and you were better back then than you are right now. So in terms of predictions, I'm going to go for a 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1. All right. Well, I mean, I agree with I do agree with most of what you said. It is going to be counter-attacking football for sure. However, what I will say is that we seem to have a pattern in the past couple of games. We seem to have a game where we're not in gear at all, and then the next one, the players are fighting and coming back. We saw that Sheffield was terrible. Everton, the players came back. And Reece led he led the team. We needed that. Needed that. Look at the second half. Son got into gear. He finally got into gear. We've had the same thing now. That game on goal? Bournemouth, no shot on target. And like you said, the form goes out the window anyway. But we're gonna be geared up for this because we know we have to prove something. I don't know. I'm gonna say either a 2-1 Spurs win. Hopefully things go well. Kane penalty, obviously. Or it'll be a draw. I don't think we'll lose, but it's going to be a close game regardless. No.
Do you have Eric Dyer playing?
Nah, he's out for 4.
Oh, no!
3 more games.
No, man. I wanted him to play, man.
Whereas you got David Luiz, so I can't wait for him to get sent off, and I'm buzzing.
Bro, I'm telling you, if you've won a bet on a penalty, do it right now.
David Luiz sending off, Kane penalty, goal.
It's happening. I can see it already. That back's free.
It's like that's so Raven. You see in the future. It's going to happen.
It's going to happen. It, man. It's so obvious.
But anyway, man, I think we're going to finish there. Thank you for coming on. Obviously having this little debate discussion. If you want to check out his video, like I said, the link will be in the description. Also subscribe to Babs and Offsiders. All links, everything in the description. North London derby coming tomorrow for us. Tomorrow for when you're seeing this, but obviously it might be later. But hopefully we come out with a Spurs win. Leave a comment what you think about the Kane Aubameyang debate. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you for the North London derby. Come on, you Spurs!
No stopping us. Fly without boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know you